Heyo! Welcome to OmniBros Live, special edition on a Wednesday. That's because we didn't do one last Friday, Valentine's Day. I'm OmniDog from OmniDog's Vault, joined here by LouRodrigue.bsky.social. What up, buddy?
What's up, man? Yeah, I should probably change that because I'm not really on anything as far as social media these days. I need to just change a different caption, honestly. Happy Wednesday?
Wednesday, right. Kane's
Yes.
here. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button. Batmantha, welcome. William Lee, how you doing? Joey Richards from Down Under. Excammer, where it was snowing where I live in Virginia. Where do you live? But it didn't really stick. And James, yep, sleet, snow, snowman. Although we didn't get enough snow for a snowman. Oh, Wednesday is also new comic book day, and Zatanna #1 is out. Our another Kiwi besides Batmantha, Beyond Comics. Hello, Doug. What up? Hobby. What up? Polly P. What up? I can't go higher than that. Polly P. What up? Yeah. So we have a this. I thought this was an excellent idea by Lou.
Mm-hmm.
Our favorite endings to mostly books.
Yes.
Books.
And I would also like to make an announcement. We're ending the show. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. I'm kidding. Yeah, no, I think we did this topic a few years ago, and since then we've read a lot, seen a lot, watched a lot, played a lot. And I figured it would be kind of a good one to revisit because there's been a deluge of things, I think, since the last time that we've done. I don't even remember when was the last time we did this, but
I don't remember this at all, really. But
yeah.
Okay.
I think we've done it before. I'm not sure.
Okay, I'm writing down things that I'm thinking of right now. I saw, apropos of nothing, it had a good ending, but Brave New World, the Captain America movie.
Oh, how was it?
I saw that yesterday. I think I enjoyed it. I said it was worth leaving the house for. That's a big thing for me, to leave the house to go see a movie. I know out there normal people are like, what's that guy talking about? But you know, I don't. It's not me anymore. So anyway, this is the weird thing. We went to Alamo because we always go to Alamo. Me and my movie buddy, and because they have really good fries. First of all, they have decent food. It's not awesome, but they have this policy where if anybody's talking, you see the light of anybody's phone, you complain once, that person gets warned. You complain twice, boom, they're out of there. So we know we're safe. And Tuesdays apparently are $9 days. So it's a discount from their usual 15 or whatever it was. And what I like about Alamo is because my movie buddy doesn't remember things, and I actually needed a brush up on it too, was it right before the movie, it said, here's how we got where we are today. And it started with like Incredible Hulk, the movie, and went all the way up to Endgame.
Oh, wow.
Pointing out things. The guy was pointing out everything about Bucky and the Falcon and Cap, all this stuff, and tied it all in. So it was a good reminder of what was going on. But we were like, I was like, can you hear this? And she's like, not really. So I pushed the button and I said, we can't really hear this. And somebody else came by and said, yeah, for Tuesdays, we turn down the volume and we turn down and turn up the lights a little bit. And I'm like, oh, okay. Could you turn it up so we could hear it? And they turned it up so we could hear it, and it was fine. But I thought, what kind of weird policy is that? I mean, does it you're charging us $9, which is cheap for a movie. I remember when that used to be like a New York City price for a movie.
Yeah.
But to turn it down because we're paying $9, okay, I will never come back again for $9. It's worth $15 just for me to hear the effing movie.
Is it possible you were in a low sensory screening?
We did get that warning.
Okay.
That it was that was happening, but she said she didn't say it for that particular movie. She said on Tuesdays we lower the volume, and I was like, what? So if it was, I would have understood because there is some flashing light stuff that goes on in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I won't spoil it for anybody, but I was just like, what are you saving? Are you saving that much electricity to make up? Yeah, it wasn't as loud as that. I mean, I clearly heard that. No, I'm teasing you, but I just thought that was odd. But one thing that's not odd,
would that be the savings that you can get at InStockTrades?
It would be. It's like you read my mind. InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions from 30%, sometimes in the sales places for 80% off. I just made a purchase today, and we can go over what I purchased if you want.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, it wasn't like a huge one, but I had to take advantage of my 2% loyalty discount, and $50 or more in an order. I had to take advantage of that too. Get you free shipping in the United States. I think we already gave away the gift card for February. So March, we will be giving it away. Did we give it away? No, I don't think we have given it away.
I don't know.
I don't know because Renee Spawn was the last winner, and he was January.
Are you feeling?
Yeah, $50 or more. I mean, in a gift card? No, it's just $50. It's a gift card from ISD, courtesy of ISD, worth $50 worth of credit in your account. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. And that is that. If we were to ever do that giveaway, Barnacle Blake is saying nope, card is due, and I'm like, okay, what card? The gift card. What was I gonna say? Oh, it's available to anybody, even like Batmantha in New Zealand. I like Captain America 2. It's my 5th favorite movie I saw last week. Oh, she's the one that finally tipped me over into wanting to watch. I still haven't seen it yet. Honora. I don't know anything about it, but she said, we were chatting on Discord, and she said she liked it. And so far it was James and Cycle Cleveland. I'm like, well, but then Batmantha, so it's like 3 people. Okay, so that's the movie I'm going to watch eventually before. Yeah, I know. That's why it was nice to hear it from Batmantha, because James is always doing it. 2 weeks in a row you left the house. What did I leave the house for? I don't think I left the house last week, because that's when I had my really bad migraine. That thing
you were out of commission pretty aggressively last week. It was pretty bad.
It was awful. But James knows my schedule better than I do. What did I leave the house for last week? I don't even think I had any doctor's appointments last week. What up, AS? Good to see you. Marvel Bab, who hasn't missed a show in like 8 years. Thank you. Oh, and this is New Comics Day, and New Gods. Rami is saying New Gods by Rom V. I think I will watch the Captain America movie after the shininess wears off. Sure. Is that even legal? I don't know. We couldn't really even hear it. Yes, it's odd. The lights seemed the same. I think the lights were down. I don't know. It was just weird. Oh, okay. I know where you are. I'm up in Alexandria. So I think you got more of a snow than we did, probably, XCam. Batmantha watched 7 movies last week. LOL. I've only got 3 more Oscar movies to watch. And Anora is like a surprise Oscar contender, so I have to see this. I don't usually care about if it's going to be an Oscar contender or not, but I would like to see it.
I have heard nothing but wonderful things about it. I haven't seen it yet. It's always on my to watch list on Prime because I think I could rent it for about $10. It's not that
What, Anora?
Yeah. Yeah. I think I rent it for about $10. It's not that expensive, but yeah, I plan to watch it within the next week or two, as well as Nosferatu. Nosferatu finally comes to streaming for free the end of this week, so I plan to watch that.
I thought you saw that in movie theaters. You didn't?
No, I haven't gotten a chance to watch it. I wanted to watch it, but I couldn't get a chance to go.
Happy Wednesday to you, you beautiful person, Hayden. Oh, and here's Samantha's ranking. Anora was number 1, 2, The Substance, 3, A Complete Unknown, 4, The Apprentice, and 5, Cap. Oh, so Cap was last. Oh, no, she saw 7 movies. Okay, what's The Apprentice?
Oh, that's the one with Homeboy, the dude that plays Winter Soldier. He plays Donald Trump in the movie.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, hope you enjoyed it, Batmantha. I will not be watching that. I don't.
Yeah, it's about his life.
Yeah, no, not.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm sorry I failed you. I don't remember it. I do remember you said, "Oh yeah, I couldn't go to the LCS last week because of my migraine." I'm gonna try and get to it. I have all these doctor's appointments all of a sudden. They've all ganged up on me. I'm gonna try and get to it, James, because I know we're trying to get a package to bar, so I will definitely try to get to my LCS.
I need to grab something out of the wash. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay.
5 minutes. Okay, I'll vamp here. Everybody ask me your questions that you've been afraid to ask with Lou on. If you like body horror, watch The Substance. It was amazing. I heard Demi Moore gives a great performance. I don't know how much I'm into body horror. I like body horror comics, but I'm not sure I want to see a body horror movie, though. I want to see Anora before that. Oh, this is what I want to see. That came out Valentine's Day, right, Jake? I want to see the Led Zeppelin movie. Yeah. Okay, now Lou's gone. What do we all really think of him? Be shady. Excited for new Daredevil Born Again. I still, peace and love, haven't caught up on Netflix Daredevil or Netflix anything. I guess those are all on D+ now. I should probably get caught up on those. He said about everything ever. Yeah, I know. So, yeah, the topic. Oh, I know. Let's go over what I ordered at InStockTrades. Okay. This should kill some good time. Now, I had to go to the... Oh, I can still order this. The Bowling with Corpses. Oh, no, I did order it. I ordered it from... who did I order it from? Bowling with Corpses is like all of a sudden hard to find, by Mike Mignola. It's part of the Mignola-verse. I got it. Yeah, I had to order it separately. Nobody had it. I had to go to a website I'm familiar with. I'd have to... Let me check my email. Because I got a history facts, IDW. Nope. First backer. Nope. Did I not get this to be eBay from a person that I trust on eBay. Yeah, I had to get it on eBay. Bowling with Corpses. I know it's available other places, but this was a cheap price and it was brand new. So, okay. So, what did I buy? Order history. Yeah.
What are you looking at?
What's that?
Oh, what are you looking at?
My order, I was going to tell. Oh, this is last week's order. Wait a minute. Oh, I still haven't ordered it yet. Well, you can hear what I ordered last week. Peacemaker Tries Hard, hardcover. Deluxe Far Sector. Boy Wonder hardcover. Superman Action Comics Volume 3. Batman and Robin Volume 2. Swamp Thing New Roots trade. True Weird. Oh, that's a Tiny Onion book. True Weird. I haven't placed my order yet. I better do it before my 2% runs out. Lou's favorite book of last year, Scarlet Witch, Volume 4. Wrong Earth, Volume 3. I really love that. DC Finest, Harley Quinn, Birth of the Mirth. Justice Society America, hardcover, Volume 2. Cursed Pirate Girl, Volume 2. I have number 1 and I haven't read it yet. And that was from, I feel like 5 years ago or something. And then Prez by Mike Russell and Ben Caldwell, the deluxe edition. Let's check out now. Checking out because I wanted that 2% billing. PayPal. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I'm buying all that. Submit your order. Okay, I submitted it. Those are the books I got.
Sounds like you had a pretty solid week overall, man.
I think so. Yeah. And this is what Hayden wanted to do while you were gone. Talk bad, talk ill of you, but nobody took the bait.
I'm happy nobody took the bait. So.
Darn it! Is that volume 2 or volume 1, Barnacle? I think you've told me about that before. I might be waiting. Jess, we'll be picking up the Harley and Elvira crossover in summer. Is that real? If so, yeah. Harlevira, volume 1. Oh, okay. I don't think I picked that up yet, but I will. Barnacle, thank you for reminding me.
Jess, I have a word of the day, if you don't mind.
Please do. The floor is yours.
I have a word of the day, and I thought it'd be fun if I said it, and you take a crack at what you think it means. How's that sound?
Okay, and my hands are up here. I will not be asking Siri or Google or Alexa or anybody.
Okay. In the chat, please be respectful and do not post the answer. I have billet doux. Billet doux. Or billet doux is how it's pronounced. Excuse me. Billet doux.
How do you spell it?
Billet dash DOUX. Billet doux.
Billet doux. Well, let's see. A billet is like a campsite for troops, for like GIs. But billet doux is French for something. I won't look at the chat. Billet doux. I'll say it's an outdoor latrine.
Ah, good guess, but no.
What is it?
You thought, because you went with bidet, I'm assuming.
Well, no, I was thinking billet is what they call it when troops like GIs go and set up out in the wild. So I was thinking do. They need a place to go do, I guess. I don't know. It's out in the woods.
Okay. That's a good guess.
Is it though?
No, it's not. It's really not. Sorry, man. But you took a crack at it, and I didn't want to bring you down because.
Thank you.
It's a tough one. No, this one was a tough one. So, a billet doux is a love letter.
A love letter.
Yes.
A billet doux.
Yes. And using it as a sentence, since their relationship was long distance, the couple thought it would be cute to send each other billet doux on their anniversary.
Here are the guesses. Country of origin. Do you believe in life after la 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 la?
Hayden was actually Hayden
Yeah,
was not
love.
far off.
He thought it meant a bill is due. A
Mhm.
type of gumbo. I think you're thinking of roux, ROUX, that goes in gumbo, but that's pretty close. Heyo, stick to Espanol, Jazz. Yeah, I ain't no good with the French stuff.
Did you ever take French?
No, I took Spanish in high school.
Right.
Although you can't tell.
Yeah, I took Spanish in high school because it was an easy grade for me because I spoke and wrote, and I took
Yeah,
the
that's
easy
kind
way
of
out.
cheating, although I took English, so
I took the easy way out. My wife took Portuguese, which I'm like, God bless you. That
did she
is,
does she remember any of it?
oh yeah, very much so. Yeah,
Wow.
she remembers. Do you remember how to write it, sweetie? Do you remember how to write Portuguese? Not really, but you can still understand it. Yeah.
Well, you can, if your shady tax advisor gives you a refund, you can go to Brazil. That's what they speak in Brazil to escape. Maybe once your tax advisor gets busted and you need to flee the country,
that
fake
might
your death and go to Brazil.
that might be a situation that wouldn't have happened.
Uh, NFL dude wants you to know this. Humble Bumble is running a sale on Malazan. You can get the 17 ebooks for $18.
Oh, I don't. Oh no. I've oof. That is.
What's Malazan?
It's a fantasy series. It's a very, very, very dense and difficult fantasy series.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a big series, but I'm not there yet to tackle that yet. Is my tax advisor Tyler?
Uh, no, no. Kane says Malazan is grim, dark, very grim, dark.
Hey, don't let Tyler's kind of goofiness fool you. Tyler knows his stuff.
Oh
He's
yeah,
very, very good at his job.
he's
He
pretty.
knows his
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, he really is.
I've called him and messaged him about tax questions in the past, and the dude knows it.
Oh yeah, he's the one that hipped me to how to easily send out the 1099s to everybody from
Mhm.
IST because I used to have to go to Staples, buy a 20 pack for the 5 people I would send them out to, handwrite them in, and this year was even easier because it's got everybody's stuff memorized. I just had to change Riley's address and out they went.
Yeah, you knocked it out pretty quick this year when you were doing
Oh,
this.
5 minutes tops.
Yeah.
It used to take me an hour, not including travel. Yeah. Yeah. So, so let's see. We talked about what I ordered this week from InStockTrades.com.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Fabuloso Servicio. I don't know that was that said right? Is it
Fabuloso Servicio.
Fabuloso Servicio?
Yeah. Have you ever cleaned with Fabuloso?
Have ever what?
Have you ever cleaned with a product called Fabuloso?
No, I thought this was going to be a new coffee you were going to have me drink.
No. Fabuloso is a popular cleaning product that is used in a lot of Hispanic households. It's purple. It looks like a candy drink. It's not. The thing is with Fabuloso is, as Latinos, we mix a whole bunch of freaking chemicals, probably to the detriment of our health when we're cleaning bathrooms and stuff like that. That's just how our parents would do it and stuff like that. So they would throw bleach, Fabuloso, basically a bunch of stuff that if you were inside the bathroom for more than about 5 minutes and the door was locked, you'd probably kill yourself.
Well, I know you're not supposed to mix bleach with ammonia.
Yeah, so don't. Yeah, Fabuloso is a great cleaning product, but it'll probably ruin you. I think most is. There's a lawsuit for Fabuloso? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, don't create mustard gas. Jeez.
What? I think it's a recall. I think mustard gas is what? Aged urine, bleach. I forgot what
Don't
the
be giving
chemical.
out the recipe for that on this show.
I know it involves. I believe it involves aged urine. I forgot how long it has to be aged though.
How do you know that? How would you know that?
I
Why
had
would you
a
know that?
I had a roommate back in college that was a bit of a doomsday prepper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really did. He was a bit of a doomsday prepper. Smart as a whip. I think he's a lawyer now, or he passed the bar. I'm not sure what he's doing now. He might be living in the woods in North Carolina somewhere. He was a doomsday prepper, and he had the Anarchist Cookbook. And everywhere he went, he had his doomsday bag with him. He was ready to go anytime.
Was mustard gas in there, or did he
I,
have
I,
his own?
I never questioned what was in the bag.
Wow.
Frankly, because this kid. So okay, how our roommate situation was we had a common room, and we had the room split between 4 other rooms.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
and everybody had a roommate. My last year, I had a really cool roommate who he had something happen in his personal life. And so he went back to the Cayman Islands. He was super sweet. I love the dude. To this day, he's a very cool dude. He's a wonderful pastor in a church in the Cayman Islands right now. I've met his wife. He's got 2 kids. He's got everything great for him right now. So we all got bunked together. And my friend Jeremy, who was the room in front of me, got the mustard gas guy as his roommate. I was fortunate enough that my roommate had went to the Cayman Islands and he wasn't going to come back, but I was like, "Hey dude, can you do me a solid, cuz if you don't say anything until literally the last minute, they'll just give me the room to myself."
Isn't
And he was
that
really cool
good?
with it. Huh?
Isn't that good?
That's great. He
Yeah.
didn't say anything to the last minute, so I didn't have to bunk anybody my last year of my college year. Unfortunately, Jeremy bunked with the mustard gas guy, with the doomsday prepper. So there would be frequent times when this dude would show up. We don't know where he was. Around 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, face paint. We don't know what he was doing. We never questioned it. We figured all of us were alive and okay, so that was kind of a good thing.
Barnacle, right. Don't mix bleach with hydrogen peroxide, vinegar, or ammonia.
We always thought he was just running drills for when the government would come for him. I had a very interesting college life.
Wow.
Yeah, he was a weirdo.
A weirdo lawyer. Yeah, it's better you didn't question it, right?
He was very smart.
Some Lord of the Flies type thing. Well, it makes me feel better about my roommates. No. Yeah, I had my room to myself my junior year. My roommate fell in love and moved out like within a month.
Nice.
I know, that was great. He was a good guy. We're still friends, but I loved having that room by myself.
Oh, yeah, dude. Especially you're in college. Oh my God. Yeah, there's no better.
It was clutch. So okay, I was trying to think of some video games. I just haven't played them in so long. I can think of a really bad video game ending. Shadow Man, that was awful. That was on the N64. I'm
seeing that people are posting some of their roommates.
Played the Matrix game and literally thought that was real life.
Hey, there are people out there, man, that they believe that we live in a simulation, and hey, yeah, some people think the Matrix is real. I don't know.
Kane's bringing up a good point. You know what's a good recipe? Cookies.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That often gets brought up. Well, not often, but I remember hearing it often in my first AA meetings that somebody was saying, "Oh, I'm gaining weight because all I'm doing is eating sweets," and somebody'd say, "They don't pull you over for having too many chocolate chip cookies in the car."
Hey, I like the way you guys are thinking. See?
Yeah,
There you go. I like it. I like it.
yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Sims is real life. uh, so I was thinking of a really great ending. I thought Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow was a great ending.
Ooh, that
It's
is a
kind
very
of a he wanted you, King wanted you to figure out what she did in the very end, like the last couple of panels. And even though it was sort of a vague ending, I thought it was an apropos ending, and I really liked it. If you recall,
I
you
do.
can't really tell what happens, and it's up to you to decide what happens.
I love the ending because you don't get a one solid ending to it, but it works because it further solidifies. Yes, no, maybe. It further seals the deal of what this young girl who's been traveling with her thinks of her as this kind of godlike being, and the mythology that is
Mm-hmm.
around her. And oh God, it's such a great book. I mean, I don't know how they're gonna translate it to the screen. I think that's awesome that Tom King is actually and Bill Everly are working together on the movie. I think they worked on the script. I know Tom King definitely worked on the script. Um, yeah, man, that's a spot on one. That's so good. You know, they even addressed the Comet situation, which still a little weird. Comet thing is still kind of weird, but hey, it
I'm,
it works.
oh yeah, JB Smooth. you you could call me that, not to mix me up with the fabulous JB Smooth, who's hilarious. Barnacle, yeah, don't be typing anything more like that, please. I'm not going to highlight it, and you're grossing me out.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
please don't type
no.
anything else like that. It was better when you were talking to me about Green Lantern.
Oh God,
Yeah, let's move away from that.
that's disgusting.
We're gonna lose Kane. Oh yeah, Doc. I don't want to highlight your comment because it shows what the ending is. Um, but All Star Superman, that was a good ending. Oh,
Yeah.
and Black Water Lilies, yeah, that was a good ending. That was a great ending because it surprised the heck out of me.
Mm.
That was a great book. Yeah, Ilan recommended that book a long time ago, and probably Tony from Sweden did too, because anything good that's European, Tony recommends. But yeah, Ilan recommended Black Water Lilies, and I feel like Bunk and I might have covered it in a crime corner. But that book was awesome. Good job, Ilan.
I've got actually I'll throw one at you because
Okay.
I've got a pretty good list of stuff here. Um, I've got Immortal Hulk. Have you read Immortal Hulk?
I have not. Okay, that's good. It has a good ending, though. Sorry, we can't talk about
So
it.
yeah, no, I'll be super vague with you for it. With you. So here's the thing with Immortal Hulk. Immortal Hulk has such a good ending that it could be, for me, the last Hulk book I've ever read, and I would be satisfied with it. Like, yep, nailed it. You nailed the ending. You nailed a great character arc. I'm good with this. If this were to be the last Hulk story that has ever been put out, I would totally be on board and totally be okay with it. I love the ending. I really do.
I read the first oversized hardcover and loved it. And I loved it so much, I went on, whenever it came out, like 6 years ago, I went on MU and kept reading it up to about issue 20. And then other stuff happened. But maybe that's something I can read in March. That would be a good to be read, something on my to be read pile. Because,
Yes.
I mean, that seems like kind of a crime that I haven't read that yet.
It is. Al Ewing's a great writer. This is the best thing he's ever written, and I stand by that. I think Immortal Hulk is one of those runs that it's going to be remembered along the likes of like Peter David when he was doing the Hulk stuff, Chris Claremont when he was doing X-Men and stuff like that. It really is that good, and he sticks the landing so well that when Donny Cates picked it up again, I was like, oh, okay, well, this isn't that good, and you kind of just reset everything that Al Ewing ended. And I mentioned this to Riley, and Riley's like, well, yeah, that's kind of the Hulk, is that after every single writer picks up the character, it pretty much is just a reset of whatever the last writer. It's almost like whatever the last writer did doesn't necessarily count because they just reset everything all over again, which in a way is kind of comics in general. But I do feel that he sticks the landing so well that I'm like, yep, I'm good with this story.
Was Cates the run that he didn't finish? He got to like issue 20 or something?
I don't even
get that far.
I don't even think he got that far. I think he bowed out around 7. I don't think he was that long. He was good. He had a lot of personal stuff that he was going through at the time.
Yeah.
Apparently he's coming back into comics or what have you sometime this year.
I saw somebody posted that somewhere.
Yeah. Hope he's doing much better.
Yeah. I will throw out Irredeemable.
Oh, ding! Get that check.
Give me my $1, Mark Waid. Yeah, to me that is the most perfect ending in comics. If you haven't, you guys, James, if you're out there, you can post my. I wanted to create controversy and I didn't. It was the only time I've even ventured into clickbait. I said, I think the thumbnail is Irredeemable the best comic book ever?
Oh.
Nobody argued with me. I was like, come on, give me some mean comments or something. No, everybody was like, oh, it is great. Or they haven't read it yet or something. It is I just reread it. I think a couple months ago, and it is still my favorite comic book, and it's still my favorite ending. It is just absolutely dead solid, perfect ending.
Okay, yeah, that's one that I had started it. I never got to finish it, but I always meant to come back to it. There was nothing wrong with it. The book is great. And it goes places, man. It gets a little dark at times. It was Irredeemable and Incorruptible. Was the other one?
And then a third one that I still haven't read, Insufferable.
Oh, there's a third one.
Yeah, I have the books, but I didn't know they were. Here it is. Thank you. Yeah, nobody argued with me. I don't know what this is. This isn't me. Don't go watch this, whoever this is. Don't. What? No. But instead of picking Irredeemable for us to both read for Patreon, you picked Batman Cacophony and Widening Gyro.
Mistakes were made.
By agreeing to it.
On both parts, you agreeing to it and you not trying to pull me off the ledge of mediocrity.
I think that's this Sunday.
Is it? It might be this Sunday.
That's the last Sunday of the month. I better put that on my calendar. What Patreon, what time are we doing that?
Want to do it in the evening, morning, afternoon? I don't know. I'm free.
I think usually junior management comes over that day, so I would say earlier the better.
Okay.
1 o'clock, 1 in the afternoon.
I think we did it at 1 o'clock last time, and if I remember, that worked out pretty well. So yeah, let's do it 1 o'clock.
Okay, 1 o'clock is the Patreon show that no one will want to see. Widening Gyro and Cacophony.
I have to sit down and read that. It's only 10 issues, right? Like the whole thing, both of them?
Probably. I don't know.
Please God, make it only 10 issues.
Yeah.
Which, for the record, this is the last time I'm gonna do this.
Thank you.
We will pick a good book next month. How about that?
Yeah, I was worried that you were. Thank you, James. I was worried that you were going to say, "Let's read really crappy books for the rest of the year."
No, we're not doing that. God, no.
I also linked your video with a clickbait joke. Oh, well, I can't highlight it from here. I don't. No, I can't. What's the joke? Oh, the art in those books is by Walt Flanagan, the other guy in Comic Book Men who runs the comic book shop.
Oh, not the good Flanagan that we like to watch on TV.
I think it's Walt Flanagan. It might be Walt something else. No, it's definitely not Mike Flanagan.
Okay, yeah, Mike Flanagan's awesome.
Yeah, I think I feel like Kevin Smith threw his buddy a bone and had him illustrate it. I still haven't read Trouble. Somebody sent Very Fine Condition like 13 copies of it, and he gave it away to various people. It's supposed to be Mark Miller's worst, which is saying something. I know how you feel. I know how you feel. You won't even believe me that the witchcraft one, the Magic Order, is good, and I swear to you, it's really, really good.
Okay, it's supposed to be his worst, but is it worse than Nemesis? Is it Nemesis?
I haven't read Trouble, so I don't know.
Nemesis was the one that's terrible, right?
It's the one that's like super edgy, super like way out of his way to be edgy.
Yeah.
I don't think I hated it as much as other people, but I got to the ending and I was like, okay, all right, I see what you're going for. It just, I don't know. It seems really super edgy.
You tried.
What's that GIF? There's a GIF of Bart with a cake that says, "At least you tried," and he picks it up and drops it in the trash can.
That's Nemesis. Yeah, that's Nemesis.
You didn't even try there. What's another one that you think has a great ending?
Okay, so I'm gonna lump these two together because they are shows that that are tied together very well. I'm gonna go with Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
I haven't seen either. My daughter loves Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad was incredible. It was fantastic. I would argue one of the best shows of all time. Its ending is, again, one of the best endings of all time for a TV show. I love the ending of Breaking Bad. I'm going to go out on a limb here, and this is debated amongst fans because both shows are spectacular. I think Better Call Saul is better.
Better than Breaking Bad.
I think it's better than Breaking Bad. Better Call Saul is a prequel. It's a pseudo prequel to the events in Breaking Bad that follows a shady lawyer named Saul Goodman. And he shows up, I want to say around season 2 or season 3 of Breaking Bad. And we get his backstory along with seeing what the fallout of Breaking Bad, the ending of Breaking Bad happens to him. And we're getting flashbacks, and the whole series is basically one giant flashback about what happened and how he came into who he became. And it's got an ending that is literally, for me, could not have been done any better. It's so good, and the characters that are introduced.
I'll be right back.
And the characters that are introduced into it are fantastic. If you haven't seen Better Call Saul, Better Call Saul is so good, it works on its own. You don't need to watch Breaking Bad to really get most of the context of of Breaking Bad, and you can enjoy it on its own, but it enhances Breaking Bad so much more, especially when you start getting into those later seasons and you start seeing how everything ties in to Breaking Bad.
Oh yeah. I forgot about this. I think you read this. I think NFL Dude brought it up too. Lock and Key.
That is on my list. Lock and
Oh,
Key is an incredible ending.
I just went. I've read it a couple times, but I haven't read it since 5 years ago. I forgot what a good ending this was. Wow. Yeah. Go ahead and elaborate on why it's so good. I
Lock
need to
and
read
Key?
this again because I found this book way disturbing.
We can do Lock and Key for next month if you want to do it.
Oh, I'd love to reread this.
Yeah, we'll get through the garbage this month. I'm down. I'm always down to reread Lock and Key.
Okay, yeah. I loved this book. Yeah, and
Yeah,
it did have a really good ending.
yeah. Lock and Key is so. For those of you that have never read Lock and Key or have seen the Netflix show, it's written by Joe Hill, who is the son of Stephen King. And I think this was the book. I mean, at least for me, that really made me go, "Oh, wow, this dude can really write, and he's very talented." And it centers around a family called the Locke family and this house that they move into after a tragedy that happens to the family. What they find out is there are these keys around the house that allows them to open up certain doors in the house, and it gives them certain abilities depending on what door and what key they use. There is also a spirit in the house that it has a history with that family, and how that ties in is great, and it's a very malevolent spirit. Man, I love Lock and Key. It's such a great series.
Yeah. And I looked at it and I had totally forgotten about the ending. So yeah, that'd be a good read for us. That's three deluxe books for me, but that's okay.
It's a quick read. Lock and Key goes very quick.
I never saw the TV show. The Lock and Key show did not interest me. The story was interesting, but the casting was just bad. The little kid ruined it for me. Was it Wonder Woman as a little kid bad? The child that Lou said that he would never have children because of, and then he ends up having a child. Oh, I feel like Mr. In Between is something that I've heard recently. Somebody talks about a lot. I feel like that. Yeah. Let's see. I just read the last issue of Remender's Holy Roller. It's solid and funny all the way through. Not his best comic. Co-written by Andy Samberg and Joe Troman from Fall Out Boy and Damned Things.
I've never heard of this. Oh, wow.
Andy Samberg. Speaking of Andy Samberg, my daughter and I just finished Brooklyn Nine-Nine. All-time favorite TV show for me.
It's great. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is so good.
She kept a record of how often we had to pause because I kept laughing so hard, and the jokes come so fast we would miss them.
Mm-hmm.
It was like over 600 times throughout the 8 seasons we had to pause. I mean, I would pause at the cold open almost all the time at the jokes for the cold open.
How great is Andre Brower in that show as Captain Holt? Kills it.
Unbelievably great. So great.
So good. As the deadpan captain, he is so great.
And I would vacillate every show on who my favorite character was. Yeah. Even the cops that never did any work. And I'm always Hitchcock and Scully. The overweight guys that never did any work. They cracked me up too. But I mean, every single character was so well done and just cracked me up. I had a hard time picking who my favorite was every time.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good. So I picked that as having a really good, satisfying ending. And now we're watching clips of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, various clips, because she finally talked me into watching The Wire. I said, okay, I'm ready for The Wire.
Wire's so good.
Yeah, that's what she said. And she showed me enough clips of it that especially You Come for the King, You Best Not Miss.
Yeah.
She showed me that one.
The Wire is. I've only seen the first season of The Wire. I tried getting through the second season. I couldn't do it, but everybody says you gotta kind of power through the second season of The Wire because it's the weakest season of the bunch. But after the second season, it gets incredible again.
How
I
many
need to
seasons
watch.
are there?
I think The Wire is 5 seasons,
Oh, I
four
don't think I knew it
seasons.
was that long.
Yeah, it's a couple seasons long, but because every single season focuses on a different infrastructure of Baltimore. There's one season that focuses on the school system, the first season's on the police, and how all that works out. And it all ties in eventually.
Hmm. Oh, yeah, this is a good point. Sweet Tooth. That has a good ending. That has a brilliant ending.
Yep, Sweet Tooth has a very good ending. He
Uh,
mentions one of my favorite endings, Ex Machina, from the book, the comic.
I have not finished that.
Oh, Jess.
I know there's a lot of classic things that I haven't finished, like Immortal Hulk,
Ugh.
Ex Machina. I did read Runaways this year, so that's good. But I still haven't read Soul's Daredevil, so I can read Zdarsky's Daredevil.
Mhm.
There's a lot of classic stuff that I haven't read. Yeah, I'll try. I really want to read Ex Machina.
Ex Machina has one of my favorite first issues of all time. I love the setup of that book. I think it's incredible. And at the time that it came out, I remember reading it going, "Oh, you got some balls to do this one, man." Because this, you've read the first issue of Ex Machina, right?
If I did, it was so long ago. I collected it in singles. I feel like that was a book from 2012 or something, or earlier.
I think earlier. It might have been 2004, 2005.
Yeah, much earlier than that. I
Yeah.
collected it in singles, and then I just started buying the oversized hardcovers.
Yeah. So, okay, super slight spoilers.
I'll forget them.
This is literally the first issue of Ex Machina. So Ex Machina, at the beginning, you're following this superhero who his abilities are kind of based on technology, and he's able to control and communicate with technology. And the whole first issue is basically he's flying around a city and he's trying to stop an airplane that is about to crash. You finish the issue off with one of the two planes that he stopped. He was able to stop one of the two planes. The other plane ended up crashing into one of the twin towers. He was able to save one of the twin towers in that issue, and that leads into him starting his political career.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
not that to me. That's not a spoiler.
Yeah, it's literally the first issue. That's kind of the hook of it. And I love the first issue of Ex Machina. Like, oh, okay, this is really interesting. Let's see where you go with this.
I've long since decided to not have kids. LOL. The kid in the show was annoying as all heck. I'll tell you, the annoying kid was in the Babadook.
Oh,
Boy, that kid was annoying. I don't
yeah,
think he was acting. A line from the last issue of Lock and Key sticks with me. I keep a pic of it on my phone. Death isn't the end of your life, you know. Your body is a lock. Death is the key. The key turns and you're free to be anywhere, everywhere, two places at once, nowhere. Part of the background hum of the universe. Ooh.
that's good.
Oh, Kane, the comic is so great though. Don't let the TV show
No,
ruin it
you
for
do
you.
yeah, you do owe it to yourself to read the comic book because the comic
Yeah,
is fantastic. It's really great.
seriously, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Right. The Wire. Yeah. This is on my list. Watchmen had a good ending. Both Lou and I watched it at the same time and we loved it. I think we felt like that was one of our top 2 shows ever on television, or we thought it was a top 5. I proclaimed it my favorite television show until Brooklyn Nine-Nine came in, but wow, that show was great and had a really, really good ending.
Yes. Watchmen, the TV show, I still say it's the best superhero show of all time.
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen a show top it yet. I think it's incredible. It's got so much to say, and as an extension of Alan Moore's Watchmen, I think it's the perfect sequel to it. Very, very well written, very educational, because
Yeah.
it taught a lot of people about Black Wall Street, which was a real thing, and it's something that wasn't taught in schools.
How was it that I found out about Tulsa in 1920 from a TV show? That's just criminal.
Same. It was, and it was a collective thing online where seemingly everybody went at the same time. Wait, this was real? That this event happened that you're portraying? And yeah, man,
Yeah.
great. I love Watchmen. It's so good, and the ending is so great. It's ambiguous. It leaves it open enough where you can go, huh? Did she egg? Yes or no? Oh God, it's so good. I love it.
Yeah.
And they didn't need to come back to it. I'm so happy they left it as it is. It's fine the way it is.
Oh yeah, no, I don't ever want him to go back to it.
Yeah.
I thought all of it was awesome. Wait, now Hondo said something about Maniac. Maniac Matt says he likes Brubaker Cap ending. I loved, you know what? I'm not remembering the ending to that, but I loved the whole series so much that I read it all in a weekend. Let's see.
This page is not set up for me to read.
No.
What? I didn't ask you for anything.
I see people in the chat talking about the ending of The Leftovers. Yeah, yes, 100%. The ending of The Leftovers is one of the best.
Is that another Damon Lindelof book, TV show?
Yes, it's one of the best hours. The final episode of The Leftovers is one of the best hours of television that I've ever seen. It's perfect. It ends perfectly. The pilot is one of the best pilots I've ever seen. It's so haunting and great.
I need to see that one. Oh yeah, this was a great ending for Captain America. I'm pulling up all these books. Okay. Sweet Tooth, yeah. Let's see. I had Superman Up in the Sky. I thought that was a great ending. I thought that was a great book, and that was a great ending. I really loved the ending of Superman Up in the Sky. What he goes through to find this little girl is just such a testament to Superman and never giving up hope, and all the various trials and tribulations that he has to go through to get to that little girl. And then the ending is just absolutely perfect.
Here's one, and I'm kind of surprised we haven't mentioned it because we've brought up his name on the show already tonight. Fear Agent.
Oh, gosh, I read that almost 10 years ago, so I need to reread the whole thing. So what was good about the ending there?
It's a very emotional ending where our hero, oh God. So if you've never read Fear Agent, I really think you need to. It's one of Remender's best books, and it's a great science fiction story. Our hero, who's pretty much lost everything, decides this version of himself is going to make the ultimate choice and he goes out crying, fulfilled with the decision that he's made, and it warps back around and he succeeds in what he wants to do. I'm being very vague because I know Fear Agent is a book that a lot of people that we talked about have not read it.
Yeah.
But you really do need to go out and read Fear Agent if you're a fan of science fiction, especially now since it's more readily accessible. When I was reading Fear Agent, that was a book that was really difficult to get those collected editions around because what was going on with it? Like some of them had different publishing rights, some were at Dark Horse, some were at Image. That book had a really rough history.
That was one of those books that was out of print almost as soon as that Facebook group started in 2015.
Yeah.
You could still, I found the 2 oversized volumes fairly easily, but afterwards, I think it just never got republished. So I don't know. I think he republished it under Image with 3 different covers. And maybe it got released in like trade paperback form, but if you wanted it in the fancy Remender size form, it wasn't until last year, I feel like, that it finally came out. Harvey's in the house. Hey now, here comes some opinions. Sopranos ending was genius, one of the best. I've heard people say differently, but you're certainly entitled to your opinion, Harvey. The Curse had one of the best final episodes in history. The Curse. Have you seen this?
I've never seen that, no.
What is The Curse? Lock and Key is one of the few comics my wife has read. She couldn't put it down. After seeing the video footage, I'm starting to believe this may actually be Harvey Fikar's ghost. Yeah, it was a tragedy, incredible tragedy. My dad watched Sopranos through DVD from Blockbuster or Netflix. During the final season, he had a coworker who would burn the episodes to a DVD and give them to my dad Monday morning. Perfect ending. Okay. And Harvey's watched The Leftovers 4 times at least. I never made it to the end of ER. I did make it to the end of House MD, and I thought that was a perfect ending. I thought that was a really good ending to House MD. Another one that I watched with my daughter was Grimm. Grimm was great. That had a great finale. I love the finale there. And for a book, I will say Dan Slott and Michael Allred's Silver Surfer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That book is so much fun, and I think in some ways it's criminally underappreciated. It's basically just Doctor Who with the Silver Surfer, but it's a blast, man. He's even got a companion.
Yeah. I have only seen 1 episode of Doctor Who amongst the 4,000 TV shows I need to see, but so I'm not sure of the reference, but man, that ending chokes me up every time, even though I know it's coming.
I've got another Remender book, Deadly Class.
I haven't finished it.
Oh, yes. Man,
there's a lot of stuff I haven't read.
Oh, man. No, Deadly Class is great. And the thing is with Deadly Class is it kind of gets a little bit meta with its ending because it ends in a way, for such a dark book, it ends in a way that I did not expect it. And there's a bit of I'm trying to remember. There's a little bit of commentary, and it's very clear that this is Remender talking directly to the reader, where they're like, "Yeah, this could have ended very cynically, but the story doesn't end this way. It ends this way," and I loved it. I love the way he ends the story.
Oh gosh, What should I read first? Deadly Class or Ex Machina?
Deadly Class.
Real? What?
Yeah,
Okay.
dude. No. Deadly Class is great. And here's the thing. The thing with Deadly Class is it's great and it's broken up, I want to say, into 2 to 3 years at this school of assassins.
Yeah.
And the first year there is solid. It's a really, really good first year in the book. The second year, when we're introduced to the new classmates, is even better. The new classmates that we get the second year are so awesome, and you start really liking them a lot. So much so that when a lot of them start biting the bullet, you really feel it, because this is a book that a lot of characters die very quickly and very fast, sometimes unceremoniously. Uh, it's such a great and fun series. It's a shame that the sci-fi series never took off, partially because hey, it's on sci-fi. Who watches that? So
I used to watch sci-fi.
yeah, dude, Henry Rollins was one of the teachers on the show.
I never saw that. I
Yeah.
remember what was the show? I loved the show Winona Earp. That was a fun show. She had like a gun from hell and she sent demons packing. I'd like to see Winona Earp. I never saw the whole thing, but I remember that was on sci-fi.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping 2 had a beautiful ending. It's been a long time since you brought that up, Harvey. Keeping 2. Another fan of the Noir Wolf, another fan of the Leftovers here. I've watched it twice. Wow. What's that? What channel? What streaming service? What is that? Netflix?
Leftovers?
Yeah.
HBO. Max.
HBO. Okay.
Yeah. Leftovers is, man. Leftovers. Oh my god, yes, I love the Leftovers.
Oh, wow.
It gets weird. Leftovers gets very, very weird.
That's okay. I'm weird.
And
I like weird.
yeah, here's the thing with Leftovers was the show that Damon Lindelof worked on after Lost, and everybody was like, "Ah, oh, Jesus Christ, dude! You know, you kind of fumbled the bag with the ending of Lost, and you introduced too many secrets, and da 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 da." And right from the jump, Leftovers, Damon Lindelof was like, "Hey, I'm not going to tell you what it is exactly." So he made no bones about it. What it is exactly, that the reason, what is it? I think 3% of Earth's population just suddenly disappears one day. I'm not going to give you that reason. That's not what the show is about. The show is about grief and loss and understanding it and how dealing and processing with it. So that's what we're focusing on. You get kind of different reasons for why it happens, but it's mostly just people speculating, and some people have religious beliefs, some people have scientific beliefs and stuff like that. But it ends, the final episode, and the entire show rests on the final episode, where I forgot the actress's name. Oh my gosh, hold on. She's so good in it. Leftovers cast. She's in White Lotus right now.
I only know Jennifer Coolidge. And
Carrie Coon.
Carrie Coon?
Carrie Coon, right. The final episode pretty much relies on Carrie Coon, which with her character of Nora, where she gives this monologue that is incredible. It is amazing. And it's like a 5 to 10 minute monologue where she explains certain things, and it's left to, did it actually happen or did it not actually happen? And Jesus, it's such a great show, man.
You know, you're reminding me of a great ending because of an actress's monologue, and that is Kate Siegel's at the end of Midnight Mass. When she's, how do I describe it? There's a scene earlier in the show where she and the other main character are talking about what happens after you die. And something happens to her in the last episode. And it reinserts herself and changes her answer in that same scene, and she gives the most compelling, the smile on her face and the hope and light in her eyes. She is such a good actor.
Yeah.
And she gives a completely different answer because of what's happening to her. But Mike Flanagan just brilliantly stuck that in there of her changing her answer as this was happening. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
That was a brilliant ending.
Yeah. Midnight Mass is great. I love the I love the whole thing of it's an angel, and I'm watching it going, that's not an angel.
Yeah.
That is very clearly not an angel, you guys.
I read that this is back when I was reading prose. I read Shutter Island, so I knew what happened. I didn't see the movie because it came out right after I read the book, and I thought, well, I already know what's going on. But enough time has passed that I could probably see Shutter Island. But I remember that the book was really well done. Sculptor had a great ending. I remember people were kind of mixed on that book, but there were a couple of big wow moments in that book, and I still have it. That was by the guy that wrote Scott McCloud. I thought that was a really good book. There was a couple of really powerful moments in that.
I read it, and I'm having a lot of trouble remembering a lot of that book.
Yeah. This Is Us had an amazing episode. Easily the best network TV show of the past decade. My wife watched that.
My wife watched it as well.
And that's one of those shows that I would walk by and go, who's this? What's happening there? How come that? And then I'd sit down and watch it. And we'd repeat that like for 9 weeks. I go, what's this again? He got adopted. What happened? Oh.
Yeah. My wife would watch it, and then I think we were dating at the time. She would call me after an episode was done, and she'd be crying, going, "This show is great." And I'm like, "Oh wow!"
Yeah, my wife loved that show.
Yeah. If you guys liked it, I think the head showrunner of that show, he's got a new show on Hulu right now that I'm addicted to called Paradise.
Oh yeah, the main character, one of the main characters from This Is Us, is on it.
Sterling K. Brown.
Yeah.
He's great. Yeah. Paradise is fantastic. It's got
what is it?
So,
mystery or murder mystery, or what is it?
Here's the thing, because I don't even think they give the hook, the big hook of what Paradise is in any of the promotional material. You start watching it, and it's about the president of the United States being murdered. And throughout the first episode, you're following the main character. His name is Xavier, and he's head of security for the president. But there's a lot of weird things that are going on around the town as he's going through it, especially if you pay attention to the background and some of the stuff that's implied. The ending of the first episode had me and my wife just going, what? What is going on here?
Wow.
It's got a very good hook. It's only about 6 episodes in right now. It's on the first season, and it's really, really good. Yes, it's really good. I watch it immediately every single week right now.
I wonder if my wife would like that.
It's good. It's got a very, very, very good hook to it. If you want, I can ruin it to you after we're done.
No, don't ruin it. I might want to watch it with my wife.
I'm telling you, do not watch it. If you are a fan, see, I can't even tell you what to relate to it because it gives away the big hook at the ending of that first episode.
Okay.
Just if you like a good mystery box, because it is a bit of a mystery box because you're trying to figure out, okay, why was this president killed? Who killed the president? Why are all these people in the situation that they are in? And what led to that situation?
That sounds like something my wife could watch.
I Yes. I think you will like it. Just knowing what your taste is in certain things.
I'm sure I will. It's finding something that I can watch with upper management. Like we're still watching Shrinking,
Shrinking
which
is
she
so
really loves.
yeah.
But we haven't finished it yet.
Yeah.
All 6 Fear Agent variants are available on IST. That would have been earth shaking 10 years ago. But that's good.
Yeah, that is good.
The Curse is on Paramount Plus. Okay, thanks. I keep Paramount Plus specifically so I can watch Star Trek, which I still haven't watched, and it's my favorite TV show.
Strange New World is so good, Jazz.
Everybody says that, and I still haven't caught up on Discovery, and then there's Picard.
Captain Pike on that show is so good, Jazz. I'm telling you, Ansem. I think he plays Black Bolt. I think his name is Ansem Mount. I'm not.
Yeah.
He's such a great Captain Pike. He is great.
Yep. We lost you for a sec. Sopranos ending is great. Oh, and next Imagine Out when Lou gets back. Hey, while I'm here, Harvey, did you watch my my bi-weekly reading review that I put out yesterday? What did you think of what I thought of Goiter? Sculptor. Perfect Strangers thing. Oh, okay. He'll be back. Final duel in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is legendary. Yep, that's true. Sopranos ending. Okay. The Curse is the latest Nathan Fielder show he created with Benny Safdie and co-star with Emma Stone. Oh, okay. Kingdom Come has a real good ending. Yes, it does. Deadly Class is such a rare, great comic that translated to an also great TV show. I guess it got cut short. Did Deadly Class, the TV show, get cut short? Or did it go on?
It was just one season.
Oh.
Yeah.
Next Imagine Out has something for you that started up here.
Yeah.
I doubt it'll ever happen at this point, but it's a damn shame that the Ex Machina film that was in development with Oscar Isaac as 100 and I think John Malkovich as Kremlin never came to fruition in 2010s. Really stood to make for a perfect adaptation backed with that talent and BKV handling the script.
Man, you know what? Brian K. Vaughan just does not have any luck with his adaptations. So maybe it's best he just sticks to comics from now
on. Let's see. Why the Last Man didn't work out?
Great pilot. The rest of the show was terrible.
What else? He says he's never going to let Saga become a TV show. So
yeah,
there's that.
Paper Girls.
Oh, yeah. I really loved that book.
Yeah, Paper Girls didn't catch on. It was one season and
on Amazon or something, right?
Right. It was on Amazon. And right from the jump, it was so different because Amazon had really a great format for all their shows where they would do, I think it was like at the time, 2 episodes or 3 episodes, and then they would drop an episode every week. And they stuck to that for a while. Paper Girls was all at once dropped, and I immediately went, "Oh, you guys don't have confidence in this."
That's right. I remember you saying that.
Yeah, that was weird, and I was like, "You guys have no confidence in this thing, so you just dropped it." And sure enough, when they dropped it, immediately they're like, "Yep, we're not doing a second season."
I will say another book that I enjoyed. I just recently finished it. Was Kieran Gillen and Dan Mora's Once and Future.
You told me about that.
Yeah, that had a great I think the ending was just right. Just right. I really enjoyed that book. That book was Volume 2 is one of my books of the year last year. That was just a perfect ending for that incredible personification of English literature throughout the ages.
Can I say, let's see, I've got my list.
Harvey agrees. Deadly Class before Ex Machina, 100%. Okay. Holy crap. Deadly Class is my all-time favorite. Non-big two books, and yes, it's very meta. I'm cool with meta. I've read my Grant Morrison show. Deadly Class was actually good too, even though it was going a different direction from the comic. Companion ending was amazing. Everyone needs to watch. Don't throw any more movies at me besides Anora right now.
Don't ruin Companion because I need to see it still. No Way Home. Spider-Man, No Way Home.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I completely agree. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great capper to that trilogy. And the big complaint for those three movies was, well, Spider-Man is just kind of Iron Man Jr. in this series, right? You know, he's just kind of, Tony's always there to bail him out and help him out and stuff like that. And they remove that. And not only that, all three of those movies basically are just a giant origin leading up to the Peter Parker that we know, where, you just recontextualize the entire three movies with this one movie. And now we've got the Peter Parker where he's living in a shitty apartment. He's got to do it on his own. He doesn't have any support. He's he's by himself because nobody remembers who Peter Parker is at the end of that movie.
Yeah.
I'm like, great job. Wow. Really good job.
It is kind of heartbreaking when MJ and Ned don't recognize him in the coffee shop.
Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Everybody's saying Deadly Class before Ex Machina. Okay. I read the first three books and then waited for book 4, but I'm going to have to reread them all now at this point. Oh yeah. Murder Falcon ending.
Murder Falcon. Yeah.
That was a gut punch. Yeah. That was a good one, X-Camera. That was a brilliant ending.
Here's one. And this one's got like 8 different endings inside of their one ending. Return of the King.
Oh, yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
Whenever you thought the movie was over, it kept going over. And then it was over. And then it was over.
Then it was over. I remember, I don't even know how old I was. I remember sitting in the movie theater going, how much fucking longer does this movie have?
That was Return of the King was my favorite. I loved all three, but Return of the King was my favorite.
Oh, see, Two Towers for me.
Yeah.
Two Towers for me was my favorite. Yeah. And that was, and here's the thing, that was the regular cut. The extended edition makes the ending even longer.
That's what I have. I have the extended cut, one of the few movies I've bought. And I bought the extended cut of all three.
I love those movies. I love Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
But god damn, it ends beautifully. It's a great ending. And I think Jackson stuck the landing on all three of the films. But good Lord, it doesn't end. It keeps going.
I'll say Once Upon a Time in Hollywood had a great ending.
Yes. God, yes.
Along with Inglourious Bastards. I like how he takes history and twists it to a better ending. He gives it a better ending. History.
Yeah, man, because the whole Manson family, just tragic. It's tragic, and he gives her the ending that you wish she could have had in real life.
100%. Yeah.
And Brad Pitt's character of Cliff Booth is one of my favorite characters that Quentin Tarantino has ever written. The whole thing with the wife on the boat and he's got the spear gun.
Yeah.
The prose novel is out there and it goes into a lot more detail about stuff that Quentin Tarantino wrote.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I heard the book is good. I heard it's very good.
I wonder who does he narrate the audiobook?
I don't know.
That'd be cool. I'd listen to that. Let's see.
Dr. Elevator, you need a new family.
Remender did so much autobio in that final arc. The moment of Marcus on a set driving around SF was what he did for a crappy promo for the show. He wrote in the moldy converted garage he lived in, too. Just realized YouTube auto-censored Carrie's name.
Oh, because of her last name.
What we said?
Well, her last name, the actress's last name is Carrie. Look, it's her name. Her name is Carrie Coon. And yeah.
Okay.
That's literally her name, though.
Okay. Yeah. Don't blame us, YouTube. Oh. Now we're getting to music. The story so far by Newfound Glory is a perfect album ender from the album Sticks and Stones, Easycore. If you don't know the band, hardcore meets pop punk. I have to say, in my Discord, NFL Dude and Cycle Cleveland are like the hardest rockers out there. They are still listening to punk like hardcore. And I can listen to old hardcore, like Descendants from the 80s, Black Flag from the 80s, all that stuff. But these guys are still pounding it out. They have my respect. I can't listen to any kind of new hardcore. It's just my brain can't take it anymore.
It's not for you.
It's not for me. Oh, yeah. I didn't see The Last of Us, the show, but I loved the ending of Last of Us, the video game.
Okay.
I liked it.
It sticks very close. It's in many ways it's a 1-to-1 remake. But Jess, I urge you, if you don't watch anything else from the series, and in fact, you could watch this one episode of Last of Us, you don't really need to watch anything else. I think it's episode 4 of the first season. Hold on. I think it's is it episode 4 or episode 3? Hold on. Let me get the correct episode.
Okay.
Episode 3. It's called Long, Long Time. It's Nick Offerman, and he plays a doomsday prepper that he finds somebody that is trapped, and he ends up falling in love with this person, and it is one of the most beautiful episodes I've ever seen on television.
Okay.
Dude, it's so good. Pretty much everybody universally agrees that that's the best episode of the season.
Huh. And the whole season's supposed to be great.
The whole season's great. And if the whole season follows, the whole season pretty much is almost a 1-to-1 of the video game. They change things here and there. Except episode 3, Long, Long Time, where they deviate and they expand on a character who's a minor character in the game. They expand their role, and you get their backstory, and it's beautiful. It's such a great episode, man.
Okay. Also watching Shrinking with a Wife. We love that one. It is so good. Penguin has a good ending. Now that's something I'm going to see because I got my movie buddy interested in coming over and watching that. So that's on the docket. And everybody's warned me away from playing Last of Us 2 on the PS5.
You should.
Everybody says it'll wreck me emotionally, and I'm barely holding it together as it is.
Yeah, yes. They're not wrong on that one. They're not wrong on that one at all.
Last of Us Season 2. It'll be interesting if they change the order of specific things that happen in the game. He was about to drop some spoiler. Oh, and that's when he clicked out.
I love Last of Us 2. I know there are some people that have qualms about it and don't care for the particular story and the way it's structured and stuff like that. I agree that I think the story is great. The structure and how it's set up, I don't necessarily care for it. And I do agree. I'm wondering how that structure is going to work with the TV format, because I don't think they're going to be able to keep that structure and make it work in the TV format. I'm willing to bet. So again, spoilers for Last of Us 2. I won't get into too many details. So Last of Us 2 is structured really weird because you play as a protagonist and something happens to one of our main characters, and then you go day 1, day 2, day 3. And then it switches the perspective to the antagonist, and then you go back to the antagonist from day 1, day 2, day 3, and eventually it all comes back together. It's a format that's it works in a it doesn't really work that well in a video game setting. It works in a literary sense, and I think that's what they were going for, and a lot of people didn't care for it, and I don't think that's going to translate well to a TV series. Because you would literally just do one whole season of one character, then another whole season of the antagonist, and people aren't going to stick around for that. There's just no way that anybody's going to stick around for that. So they're going to have to mix and match that story and make it weave in and weave out in a traditional setting. There were also people that were complaining because something happens to a certain character, and I don't have an issue with it, with what happens to said character, because within the context of the story, it works, because this character is a villain, very much so. Yes, you're very close. You're very close to that character and the decision that character makes, and I can guarantee you I would make the same call as well if I was a father. But there are consequences for that decision. And for that decision, that becomes somebody's villain. And it's all about perspective.
Okay. Sci-fi execs canned Deadly Class because it didn't match the views of Walking Dead and Game of Thrones. Ridiculous expectations, which is why that network failed so much.
And hey, Game of Thrones ended on a dud.
So yeah.
For a lot of fans.
My daughter's still grieving that ending.
I didn't hate it. I didn't love it.
I only watched the first 2 seasons and then I sort of fell off. The movie 7 had a great uplifting ending. That did have a good ending.
It's a great ending. Yeah. It's a great ending, and it works within the context of the movie. It totally works with what they're going for.
This is what you're referring to. I was listening to the Lord of the Rings soundtrack last weekend, and my kids asked if it was Shrek music. Was Smash Mouth on it?
That's where you just tell your kids, go to your room. We won't talk about this the rest of the night.
Oh, wow. Doc Elevator. Jennifer Jason Leigh narrates Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Dave Sim nailed the ending of Cerebus. I read a couple big chunky phone books of Cerebus, and it never really grabbed me. It just wasn't my tempo. Here's my Discord. Thank you. Most modern hardcore bands have guitarists who really like 80s Pantera and Slayer. Drain and Mindforce would have been just as popular as Metallica 40 years ago. I don't know if Elon's still with us. I think it's kind of late his time, but in the Discord yesterday, he turned me on to I See Orange. That is they don't have very many songs out, but man, do I love that band. That's my tempo. I See Orange. That is a great band. I really dug it. I bet Jess would like Jeff Rosenstock. Jess, you like the new Viagra Boys single too. That is true. That finale sucked.
I've never seen the ending of Seinfeld.
Don't. It is such a sucky, crappy, stupid ending. It's almost as bad as the MASH finale. That
Oh, dude.
MASH finale was garbage. I mean, I own the I don't think I own it in 4K. I think I just bought it in Blu-ray. But I bought it so that I could watch all of the episodes up until Larry Linville leaves the show. As soon as Charles Emerson Winchester III enters, it's not his fault. It's because Alan Alda takes over the writing and the directing.
Oh
And it
no.
becomes a terrible lecture every single episode. And that finale was just the biggest lecture, only told from 7 different people's viewpoint. I get it was about war, but somehow the first seasons without Alan Alda directing made the point war was bad and still brought the laughs. There was nothing funny or insightful about any of Alan Alda's writing and directing. He ruined that show.
Damn.
That is right. I'm saying it.
Damn.
And Seinfeld sucked that ending. Ugh.
You know, one of my favorite episodes of Seinfeld is the one where Jerry goes down to the I think it's like an Indian restaurant or something like that, and he gives him advice on like, hey, you should change the Indian restaurant like that. And he's so proud of himself. He's like, I am great. I'm such an awesome person. And the episode literally ends with the Indian restaurant going out of business because of all the changes that Jerry told him to make.
When you said Indian,
I think it's an Indian. Is it?
It might be. I can't remember that episode, but when you said that, I remember. This is so inappropriate now. Jerry was like dating a Native American who or starting to date her, and Kramer. There was a cigar shop that was going out of business, and it used to be. I don't know. I don't know where this came from, but a lot of cigar stores would have a big wooden Indian out in front, American Indian, Native American. And as he's trying to tell, like Jerry's standing on the sidewalk, I think he's trying to explain to her, that he's sensitive to the issues. Kramer bought the Indian and is driving by in a taxi, sees Jerry and it has the wooden statue out there, and he goes, hey, Jerry, look what I got. Woo! So inappropriate. And
man.
You could just picture the look on Seinfeld's face where he just goes, he's just like, well, this is ruined.
That Indian episode, the one that I mentioned, was also the one where Elaine takes the IQ test for George.
Oh, yeah.
And she bombs the IQ test because George is trying to impress a girl. It's great, man. I love that episode. Then there's of course also the Soup Nazi.
Oh,
the Soup Nazi is a classic. It's so good. The episode where they're stuck in the parking garage is fantastic.
That was one of the very first ones. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fantastic episode where she's got the fish and the fish is dying the whole episode.
Yeah, and they keep clicking their button and they can't find the lights that go on. Yeah, that was one of the. I think they bought a color TV or something. They're having to hump this thing around in the parking garage. The contest, that it's hard to beat the contest. Do you remember that one?
No. I only got through, I want to say, the first 4 or 5 seasons of Seinfeld.
Oh, well, that was in like the 2nd or 3rd season where the contest was because George comes in and says, my mother caught me. And they go, caught you? Yeah, I was in the bathroom reading Glamour magazine. And they go, Glamour magazine? And so it becomes a contest who can go the longest without doing that. It is
I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh my gosh, it's such a great episode.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, then in the next couple episodes, George has found a new career as a hand model and refers to that. Oh, you won't have to worry because they said they called it the master of his domain. I am the master of my domain, and because he held out the longest. And then in the hand episode, They said, yes, so-and-so used to be our perfect hand model, but sadly, he was not the master of his domain. George goes, you don't have to worry about me. I won a contest.
I love the summer of George. It was supposed to be the summer of George.
Here's a movie I haven't seen. I know I should see it. It's supposed to be awesome. Saving Private Ryan. I don't know why I haven't seen it. I'm sure it's awesome. I know everybody loves it, and I want to see it like as loud as possible because it sounds like it has great sound effects and everything. I do need to see this movie. Indian Giver. Yeah. You could sue me, OmniDog. I loved the Seinfeld ending as a kid and still love it now, as tedious as it was structurally. I'm not going to sue you at Next Imagine. You can love what you love. I wished I loved it too.
Don't they go to jail?
They go to jail because some big, large dude gets up carjacked and they just stand there laughing. And there was some New York law that got passed where not helping somebody was a crime. And so all four of them end up going to jail. And Jerry does stand up in jail in his prison uniform. If you love that Next Imagine, peace and love. I so wish I could.
Yeah, I've never seen the finale. Like I said, I think I only got through the first, I want to say 4 or 5 seasons of Seinfeld. I need to finish it.
Doc Elevator loves Seinfeld ending too. That's great. Yeah, Kramer, 5 minutes in, he brings in his $100. I'm out. Let's see what else. Slot Iridium. Oh, Schitt's Creek. I thought that was a great ending. Perfect ending.
I need to watch it. I've never seen it. I know you love it. You've
so clever. Such great writing. Yeah, 2 thumbs up for it. I really loved it.
That's Eugene Levy, right?
Yeah.
And his actual son, is his son on the show?
Yeah, Dan Levy, he writes a lot of it.
Oh, he does?
Yeah. And David, he is a perfect character. The kids are just absolutely perfect characters. Everybody in that show is perfect. And his actual Eugene Levy's daughter is in it too. And she's Carla, maybe is her name. She is behind the counter at the diner or the restaurant where they always go. Oh yeah, that's wonderful. That is really wonderful. And I know you must have seen Ted Lasso.
Oh yeah,
that's a great ending too. That's a beautiful ending.
Oh, I love the show. I love Ted Lasso. I love the show so much that I'm hesitant. We know we're getting a season 4. They've announced it.
I don't think they should do it.
I don't think they should do it. I think they stuck the landing well enough. I know some people weren't crazy about the last season. I enjoyed it. I think season 2. And me too. I think season 2 is the strongest season. But season 3 sticks the landing well enough where I'm like, I am happy with this ending.
Yep.
I don't need to see more of it, but apparently they're coming back for a 4th season.
I don't know that I'm going to watch it. I mean, as much as I loved it, yeah, they stuck that ending. And just like with Arrested Development, I thought the first 3 seasons were perfection. And I don't know that I want to see. I know season 4 on Netflix missed the chemistry because it was just about, I didn't see it. It was just about each individual. And it's funnier when they're all interacting together. And then season 5 apparently brings back the ensemble riffing against each other. But that show was absolutely brilliant, and I don't think it needs to be.
Arrested Development didn't need any more seasons. Arrested Development was perfect as it was. I agree with you, and it still has stuff that I quote to this day.
Oh yeah.
Fucking love Arrested Development. The writing on that show was so ahead of its time, comedy wise, and it was brilliant. There is a small chance I might have committed some light treason.
Light treason.
That's one of my favorite lines.
There's always money in the banana stand.
There's always money in the banana stand. On Young. I love On Young. Um, one of the best revelations. I'm watching the show. One of the best revelations is when you get to the ending of season 1, and you realize, oh, he was selling houses to Saddam Hussein, and that's why he's being arrested.
I may have committed some light treason.
Oh God, Arrested Development was brilliant. Oh, one of my favorite lines. I'm a magician. I'm a magician, Michael. I do illusions. Tricks are for whores. Because Go is a magician.
Gob.
Is it Job? They pronounce it weird.
I think it's Job, and then they on the television they're watching, they pronounced it Gob. And
Oh
he
my
was all
God!
disappointed.
When he makes the boat disappear, he's like, "How'd you make the boat disappear?" He's like, "I blew it up." God, that show is brilliant, dude.
Yeah, it really is.
The Never Nudes.
The Never Nudes. He was a Never Nude.
A Never Nude. Yep.
There are dozens of us. I'm trying to think of what other books had great endings. Well, Secret Six is continuing, so I can't say that. I'd have to go in the other room. Marvel's was a good book that had a good ending.
Here's one of my favorite endings to a book, and I'm gonna. It's a shame we haven't gotten the ending of the series, but the first Game of Thrones book, which I've got right here. Hold on. And stop the background. Where's virtual background? There we go. No. First Game of Thrones book. Yeah, and the ending of season 1. It's one of the best endings I've ever read to a book.
I saw that ending. Is that where the Khaleesi is revealed to be who she is?
Yeah, and Ned Stark's head gets put on a pike, and you're watching the whole thing, and even in the book, you're reading the whole thing, going, "Okay, all these people are really terrible." And all these people, the world building is incredible, and it's a very political book, very political read. The show is very political as well. Okay, we've got our main hero here, Ned Stark. Yeah, he's going to probably carry us through this season. He's probably the most moral character that we've got. Oh, he's about to get his head cut off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure somebody will come in and save that. Oh, his head is rolling on the floor and it's separated from his body. This is not going how I thought this would go.
I watched the first 2 seasons and then I sort of lost interest, but I knew who all the characters were. And so junior management showed me a clip show about how all the villains died.
Dude,
I was like, oh, good. Okay, that's good. Okay.
Yeah. It's a shame they didn't stick the landing on that one for the TV show. But again, they ran out of material. They ran out of stuff to pull from. So
it was
George,
good seeing how all the plotting ended up hurting. I really hated Joffrey, like with a fiery passion. So I was happy to see that death.
It's a shame. It's a damn shame. And again, still waiting on that other book, George. Come on, man.
Oh, it's the Good Samaritan laws. Princess Diana. That's what they violated. I don't know whether the reunion special was ever made, but it was supposed to at least start with them still in prison on their day of release. Okay. Oh, yeah. The Newhart show ending was amazing. Did you ever watch Newhart? I mean, that's an old show for you.
Yeah, I never saw it.
The first one was the Bob Newhart show, and he was a psychiatrist, and his wife was Suzanne Plachette. Then the second one was called Newhart, and he was the owner of a bed and breakfast. That show was brilliantly funny. and it's I don't know if I should ruin it for you because Doc Elevator's right. That ending was just hilariously unexpected. I don't even know if I should say what it was, but it was so funny. It was so perfect and so imaginative. The chicken dance episode where they would get arrested down in Mexico for doing it. And they start doing it. Yeah, that's a classic, William Lee.
Just to break him out of jail.
I haven't seen Ozark. That's got Jason Bateman too, right?
Mm-hmm. I heard that's good too.
The first Game of Thrones book is a masterpiece of fantasy. The second and most of the third are great. 4 and 5 get rough.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
There's a one and done Alan Moore Dave Gibbons Spirit issue with a perfect ending. The Spirit is investigating a woman whose husband is missing, though the issue she's with younger men, eventually a baby. The Spirit enters her residence and finds a note and pen soaking in a white puddle. Good reverse aging on all comics with the dark Moore edge. Who published that? I haven't. Yeah, that's exactly right. Because of the JR was made funnier of the revelation of Bobby returning from Dallas.
All right, Jess, I'm ready to go. It's getting late over here.
Okay, well, let's quickly talk about our fabulous sponsor, InStockTrades.com, where you can get from 30% up to 80% off on your collected editions. You saw me put in my order so I could get that 2% extra loyalty discount. That's right. I got Harley Quinn Birth of Mirth for 57% off, which is almost free. I mean, they're practically sending it to me free when you think about it. Well, we didn't give away the IST gift card tonight. So are we having a show Friday?
To be determined, because I just found out my family's going to come in that day. So I don't know what their plans are.
If we don't give it away, well, maybe I don't want the manga show to give it away. Maybe we can agree to give it away Monday.
Yeah.
Let's try that. Okay, so there's a free gift card given away for the month of February. We're really dragging this one out. $50 worth of credit at InStockTrades.com, courtesy of InStockTrades.com. You know who else has a show as a sponsor with InStock Trades and gives away a gift card? Nobody. Only OmniBros has it. That's right. InStock Trades. Us. Weans. So give them your business as a way of keeping them happy with us. That's right. Say OmniBros sent you. You'll get nothing for it, but they'll keep sponsoring us.
It's appreciated.
Oh, you bet. $50 or more in an order gets you free shipping in the United States. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all for being here, everybody. Really appreciate it. We had a lot of fun. And NFL Dude, tell me where that book is published and how I can get it. I want to read that. Very fine condition just gives you rolled R's.
We should make the gift card giveaway, the code for when we do it. What was that word last week? Insulation.
Insulating our language.
Insulating our language. We should make insulating should be the code for the gift card for this month.
Okay, let's bring it up in the chat and make sure we give it away Monday with insulating be the be the code. That's a great idea. Thanks everybody so much for watching. We appreciate the chat. We appreciate all the things you thought had great endings too. And we will be back perhaps Friday, but for sure Monday.
Yes.
And if Lou can't do it, maybe I can rope somebody else in to do it. Oh, it was from the late 90s. The collection was on IST for years, but it sold out. Spirit New Adventures. Okay, thanks. Lou Rodrigue. Thank you, James. Here's me. Here's Discord. And I'm on Instagram.
And this Sunday is the Patreon show. So Jess and I will be reading Cacophony and Widening Jet. Why did I do this? I'll download it tonight. And
yeah, this is the show that can't be missed.
This is the one and done. Okay, well, I'm not doing this. We're not doing this again. We're doing Lock and Key next month, folks, because we can't do this more than 1 month. Poor Jess. He's only got so many hours left. I'm making him.
Yeah, and I got to reread this thing. Holy smoke!
This will be my first read of it. So
I think if I croak Monday, the last thing I'll have read is Widening Gyre and Cacophony, and I'm gonna haunt you.
Oh, Jesus!
I will haunt your ass.
You know what? You'll have every right to do it. I wouldn't even blame you. I'm like, oh, okay. There's just pouring cereal out onto the floor.
That's right.
Just passive aggressively.
Oh, I am gonna be such a passive aggressive ghost.
Yeah, I don't think you would be a very mean ghost. You'd just be passive aggressive. You would hide the remote.
Yeah.
You know, change the temperature on the AC.
I'd prank you heavily. I'd be a pranking poltergeist. Yeah.
He's not mean. He's just a little annoying. That's
messing with
you.
Yeah, just messing you. Where's my wallet? Where's my keys? I gotta go. I'm late for work. I can't find my keys. Tipping root beers on the floor. Yeah, that sounds like me.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, please everybody show up for Patreon, and then Saturday night, Beyond Comics will be on Batter Days in the Batcave. So appreciate everybody that watched. Peace and love, and we will end with we're gonna do this, but then I think I can also do this. There we go. Yeah, please like and subscribe to us. We would appreciate it very much. Please give us a like. Thank you. Peace and love.